Alright guys, special project for the day. Putting Holley Sniper EFI on the CJ.
Yeah, we put this on the C10. It's really just kind of a game changer in terms of just like performance and stuff. Sure as hell beats a carburetor. There's been some issues of like vapor lock that have been haunting this Jeep the whole time, so we're just going right to EFI. It should be awesome. So the first thing we need to do is basically just install this. So it's supplied with a brand new gasket, so basically just drop her down on top of the studs. Dang, that looks good.
Alright guys, that's it. See you next video.
Yay.
Alright, so the throttle cable's in.
Yep, throttle's in. I hooked up there's a coolant thing. You probably shouldn't put it on the thermostat, so I put it down here. This is just like my crappy coolant gauge, just as a backup. So yeah, we got that in. After I hook up these vacuum lines, the only vacuum lines I'm hooking up are the vacuum advance for the distributor and the brake booster vacuum. So once I have this stuff all hooked up, we'll move on to fuel lines.
Alright, so we disconnected all the old hoses.
Yeah.
Now this little assembly of filters and stuff is going on.
So this is pre-filter, pump, post-filter. So we're probably just going to use some self-tappers and kind of mount this up. It comes with clamps, and then you have your whole assembly. But this will be our feed line. This right here will be our return line, so we're doing good. Alright guys, so Jeep's kind of messy, but there she is. So I just kind of sent some self-tappers up in here, then up in here. This way it wouldn't go through the floorboard. And it looks pretty good. So this line goes from the feed on the gas tank through here, and that'll go right up to that metal fill line right there. Then that goes to the front of the Jeep, and then the one back there is the return line, and that goes right to the gas tank. When you first turn the key on, if the fuel pump doesn't start working, don't worry, because you have to go through all the startup wizard stuff. So we did that, just like displacement, target idle, all that. So now, so that really loud noise was a fuel pump priming, and now I guess we just try to start her up.
Alright, so this is EFI number 2.
Yep. I have a 3-hour drive to College Station on Sunday, which is in 2 days. So I need this car to drive by then. So I had to drive out to Summit, Arlington and get a new EFI. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but I mean, we've had no trouble with these things. I just think it's not, I don't think it's Holley's fault. I just think it was a fluke. So we're getting this new one on, but basically 3 of the injectors are working fine, and then this one would fill it up with gas. I had to change the oil because it was so diluted with gasoline. So hopefully, if this one does it, I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, it shouldn't do it, but I don't know. This battery also might not have enough power to run this whole system, so we're gonna have it hooked up to the jump box, at least for first start and stuff like that.
Alright, we got a runner.
Hey, it seems pretty solid, right?
Time for a test drive.
Yeah, I adjusted my clutch so it's a little. That fuel pump is really low. Whoa, it's faster, dude.
Oh, baby.
Woo. Bro! We're going to be installing this AGR steering box in the CJ. This is about one of the nicest steering boxes you can get. The steering is, unfortunately, when we were doing the original restoration, the money kind of ran out with this in the suspension and steering department. I just kind of wanted all the engine stuff, but I didn't think about steering and all that. But now we're finally starting to, we definitely just locked down the brakes with those, like, with the rear disc brakes upgrade and stuff, and those SBC rotors. So, I'll just open this thing. This is, these are like kind of remanufactured, but built with like very high quality parts. They're made out of, oh, there's a pin in there. Dang, some good packaging right here. But, the reviews on this are pretty much really good. I mean, it's an expensive piece, so hopefully it works well for us. It's beefy. Oh, look at that. Wow. That grade 8 hardware, the machines, plates and stuff. Kind of an involved install, but not too bad. It's gonna be so worth it. Hopefully this thing handles like a dream. Check that out too. Dang. 48 volt? It's grade 8.
So, I was gone at a dentist, so I missed some of the filming. But steering shaft is in the back. It's getting bolted up to the mount.
It's cool. On this episode of World's Longest Bolt. The AGR is in though, and it looks incredible.
Yeah.
It's freaking got that bling on the front now.
We kind of had to leg press it into place to get the bolts to line up.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the price you pay to have the really strong factory mount, I'm down.
Looks amazing though.
Yeah. Hopefully it works amazing.
Alright, Daniel's torquing it down to 180 foot-pounds.
Which is, like, more than I think I can do.
Yeah, I mean. It was like,
hey, look at that!
it was like your workout for a week.
Woo! Sweet.
So the install is currently finished. The AGR box is in, it's connected, we got it aligned straight and everything. Now we're gonna test it, put some fluid in it, you know?
Yeah, so now what we need to do is to jack up in front of the Jeep, just turn it back and forth until we can suck up as much fluid as we can. Y'all hear that? Something's wrong with my clock spring or my turn signal, so it's like spamming. And I gotta get this bad boy inspected. So, after this, we can have some fun with wiring. AGR tells us to do this like close to 50 times. But, seems kind of redundant. We'll probably just go until it stops bleeding the system, and then it just kind of doesn't do it for the next 3 or 4 times. Do it adding fluid while I go here. See you later.